Good day, everyone. I am Robelin Hortilano, a BSed Math 3 student here in CTU San Romeo Extension. In today's video tutorial, we will be diving into a very important and foundational concept in grade 8 mathematics, which is prime numbers. In this presentation, we will learn what prime numbers are, how to identify them without complex math computations, explore the real-life connections, and look at several examples to help us master this topic. We will also be demonstrating how we can use a digital tool like Microsoft PowerPoint to make learning mathematics more visual and engaging. Let's start. But before that, here is our lesson objectives. At the end of this lesson, the students will be able to A. Differentiate prime numbers from composite numbers by identifying their factors accurately. B. Appreciate the value of prime numbers in simplifying algebraic problems by actively engaging with real scenarios presented in the video. And C. Demonstrate how to find the prime factors of a given number using a digital tool or visual representation. First, let us establish the exact definition of a prime number. In mathematics, a prime number is defined as a whole number greater than 1 that has exactly two distinct factors, the number and the number itself. So sa simple nga pagkasulti, if magtingka og numero nga pwedeng i-multiply aron makuha ang maong number, wala na kay bakit ang gawas sa 1 o ang iyang kaugalingon ra gyud. It is a number that is invisible or dili na jud mabungkag evenly into smaller whole number groups. Keep in mind that the number must be greater than 1, so ang number 1 itself is not considered a prime number. So para mas masabta nato ang concept in real life aning prime numbers, let's look at this real life scenario. So think or imagine nga naay tulo ka friends or classmates nga gusto mag-form og study groups para sa usa ka school activity, and the rule is that the groups must be equal in size. Now, pwede ba nato silang bahinon sa tagduha ka tawo kada grupo nga equal? Dili pwede. Kay kung naay duha sa usa ka grupo, ang pikas grupo kay naay usa na lang ka tawo. Makuwangan or mabiyaan siya. The only fair way is to keep them all together as one group of 3 or split them into 3 separate individuals. So because the number 3 cannot be split into smaller equal groups of whole numbers, 3 is officially a prime number. So let's look at another everyday example. So imagine you baked 5 ka cookies or 5 cookies and want to arrange them neatly inside a box in equal rows. If you try to make rows of 2 cookies, you will get 2 rows of 2. But naay usa ka cookie nga masubra and maginusara sa ikatulo nga row. If you try rows of 3, makuwangan gyapon ka sa pikas row. The only way aron mapahimutang nimo ang 5 ka cookies sa perfect og equal ang matag linya is ang pag-arrange nila sa usa ra ka row or one row of 5 cookies. So since the number 5 resists being broken down into smaller equal arrangements, 5 is considered a prime number. So now let's look at some purely mathematical examples to broaden our understanding. So let's talk about the number 2. The number 2 is a very unique and special in mathematics. So unsa man ang mga factors sa 2? Pila man ang pwedeng i-multiply para makuha ang 2? So 1, ang 1 times 2 ra jud, di ba? So walay laing numbers. Target ninyo nga mahibaw-an na number 2 is actually the only even number na prime number. All other even numbers can be divided by 2. So automatic na sila nga dili prime. But since 2 only has 1 in itself as factors, it is a prime number. Let's talk a slightly higher number as another math example. So the number 11. Let's try to test and divide it. Pwede ba ma-divide ang 11 sa 2 evenly? Dili. Kaya makuha na to ang 5.5, which is a decimal, not a whole number. So pwede ba sa 3? Dili sad. Kay 3 times 3 equals 9 and 3 times 4 is 12. Pwede ba sa 4, 5, or 6? Dili gyapon. The only way ra jud aron makuha ang 11 through multiplication kay ang 1 times 11. So because it has no other whole number divisors except 1 in itself, the number 11 is guaranteed to be a prime number. Now, para mas klaro gyud og dili ta magkalibog, let us look at a counter example or a number that is not a prime. So pananglitan ang number 6. If you look at the factors of 6, pwede na to masulti nga 1 times 6. Pero gawas ana, pwede sad nato i-multiply ang 2 times 3 aron makuha ang 6. So meaning to say, if you have 6 objectives, you can easily share or divide them into 2 equal groups of 3 or 3 equal groups of 2. Because the number 6 has more than 2 factors, it fails the definition of a prime number. In mathematics, we call these numbers composite number. So now, tingali nagunawan na mo nganong important man nga makatun nato ni sa grade 8 algebra. So, as we have seen in our curriculum topics, specifically on factoring polynomials, ang prime numbers ang giisip nga building blocks daw sa tanang number sa mathematics. So in order to factor algebraic expressions completely, we often perform prime factorization. So for example, ang number 6 sa usa ka term, bungkago nato ngadto sa iyang prime components, which is 2 times 3. So through sa daling pag-identify kung unsa ang prime numbers, mas mapadali og ma-organize nato ang papangita sa GCF or gitawag nga greatest common factor nga walay kalibog. So, to sum up and conclude our lesson today, remember that prime numbers are the unique, solid whole numbers greater than 1 nga dili na gid mabahin-bahin pa sa mas gamay nga equal nga group, kay ang factor sa gid niya kay 1 in ang ilang ugalingon, 1 in itself. So, some examples include 2, 3, 5, 7, 13, 11, 17, 19, and so on. So using Microsoft PowerPoint as our digital tool allowed us to clearly separate and lay out this concept for better teaching and learning. That concludes our very simple, purely conceptual video tutorial for today. I'm hoping that you learned a lot on how to easily spot a prime number. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye-bye!